Hello, hello, greetings. So I am back with another resin project. Call it a tutorial if you want to follow along or do this project. But I have these old silicone molds that I got. I think I got them from Amazon, but I'll try to find a link and put it in the description for you guys. But they come out like these. Oops. They come out like little pyramids with a hole in the middle, and they're just so cool. So I'll zoom in on those. So that is the project for today. So before I get started, put my gloves on. And once again, the gloves that I have are too tight. I'm really starting to think that I have abnormally big hands, and I've never felt that way until I've started trying to use these specific gloves. It's just horrible. And you know what? I am going to wear there we go. Phew. Okay, I'm going to wear two different gloves because I know that these are the right fit. They're just two different colors, so we'll pretend like they're not. Not a fashion statement. Okay. There we go. And then this is just a hospital glove that I found in the house. Okay. It's a little tight. Okay. So with this project, and I'm hot, I try to keep this room at a decent temperature while I'm doing my projects, but sometimes it just gets so hot in here. Okay, so this is the resin mold. I'm going to be embedding some of these crystals, not crystals, they're like little really small beads. So I'll try one with all the different colors and then go back. Well, actually, I could do 3 rows of each. So we'll go ahead and get to mixing. So I am only going to do another 4 ounces. I'm finding with Total Boat, oh, darn it, I got something on my hand. I'm finding with using this new product from Total Boat that if I pour smaller, I get a chance to kind of understand how their epoxy works. The last project that I did came out a little cloudy. So, well, when it was cured, well, it's not cured yet, but when I poured it, it was cloudy. So I didn't know what that was about. So, all right, so we're going to do 2 ounces. Okay. And that's right at 2. And I have my trusty garbage can right next to me for little messes. Okay, and then we have part B. I don't know what that is on my arm. I put some, and that's 4. Okay. I put some vitamin E on my arms and it looks like I didn't rub all of it in. Okay, so now the timer will start and start. It feels a little bit, it definitely feels less warm than it did the time that it was smoking, so that's definitely a positive. Like I said, that was completely my fault. And I always say, remember to scrape the bottom of the cup, scrape the sides, because as you are mixing, it's kind of going everywhere, and you want to make sure that it is completely incorporated together. Now with Total Boat, I could stir this for 3 to 5 minutes. So that gives me kind of an extra window where if it doesn't quite work out, I can stir a little bit more. But the temperature of the resin is where it needs to be, so that's definitely a good thing. And I have 1 minute and 38 seconds. "47 seconds. And that was 3 minutes total. So because I know that I have the 5 minutes, this only has a pot life of 20 minutes. So I take that 3 minutes out of the 20 minutes, and that lets me know how long I have to actually pour. And now I can show you a close-up of the beads that I have. And I'm just going to use a stick to get them out. So I am also going to pour the resin into these little silicone mixers, simply to give me a smaller container. Alright. And I still have some in there. I'm definitely going to get that out. Okay. Alright, so we will put a little bit of resin in each, and this is filthy on top because I've used it several times, but I just put a little bit at the bottom. And that kind of gives me, you know, like a little base of resin to put the beads in. And I got these silicone cups from Amazon, and I thought they were too small, but they seem to be the perfect size for certain projects, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so I'll just do 6 to start out with. And I'm going to start with the silver. And that's about how much I'll use. And then I'll go back in and get just a few more. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the yellows. The yellow. Okay, yellow. And then go to the orange. Orange. And then go to the turquoise. I think I got these from my local art supply, craft store as well. Hobby Lobby for me here in the States. Okay, and then there's this pretty rose gold color. And then here's a blush rose. These are so pretty. And, oh, I don't have any more to put in. Okay, so we will pour a little bit, and I guess I'll go ahead and fill these. The only thing I'm not happy about how the resin drips on these silicone containers. But other than that, maybe I need to pour from a higher. Oh, and my paper towel is blocking. Okay. I'm just letting that drip down in there instead of wasting it or losing it. Actually, here we go. And then I'll just get another stick. Okay. So now we're going to fill up the other cavities. Just a little bit at the bottom. And these, I'll do something different. I have some other beads and rocks on the table. I'll embed some of those so that we can see how everything comes out tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So we were at the red. And I'm sure some of these are going to go in the other ones, which is okay. Okay. And then we only have 2 more colors. And then we'll move on to some gemstones. And yellow. Alright, so we will fill those cavities. Okay, gemstones. Oh, you know what? I have some glitter. Some really pretty glitter. So, let's see. So, I have that pretty red. Let's try that. And this top just pops off. So, it is very easy to lose your glitter. Okay. And then I'll do one more glitter. And then, oh, look at this pretty blue. Oh, that is pretty. So we'll use that one in the last one of this row. Okay. Right. We finished filling those. And then the gemstones. What did I do with the gemstones? Gemstones. Oh, here they are. So I will use some of these turquoise because they're here, and then I have some other colors. Oh, so fill the last 3 cavities halfway. And it's really not even halfway, it's just at the very bottom. Just maybe that was 3 or 4, maybe 5. Not a whole lot of gemstones, because as you can see, the cavity isn't that big. Okay. And then the last one, I have some black rocks. Or instead of that, how about my trusty old gold confetti. We use those in the last one. I use maybe 4 or 5. Okay. Then top it off. So that is done. I am going to move it just over to the side and let the bubbles come up to the top. And then I'm going to get the rest of this, because it was a nice amount left in here, and try to figure out what I can do with this. I have several molds behind me, so it won't be hard to decide. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I'm glad though that I only used 4 ounces, because it was just enough for this project. Like sometimes you get so excited and you want to start pouring, mixing, pouring, and you end up wasting a lot of your resin because you pour too much. So let's see what mold I have back here. Oh, I could do these. Perfect. Okay, so it's a little caba, how do you pronounce these things? Domes. They are just little domes. Got them off of Amazon, so this will be perfect to finish this out. And I may just put one, let's see, I just love these rocks. I may just put, so we're going to do it the same. We're going to just put a little bit, and some of these are really, oh, let me move it over so you can see. Here we go. Could even zoom in. These are really tiny, so I'll just put a little bit in. And then just take one of these, or maybe 3 or 4. Okay, yeah, 3 or 4 will fit. Let's see, one more. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the other ones, just put what can fit. And then use some of these. I wish these were bigger, but that's okay. I know exactly what I can use them for. Okay. I'm still gonna have resin left, y'all. These are small. Okay, and that's going to spill over. So we still have more resin. We still have more resin. So this video is going to end up being like a review of silicone molds as well, because I'm not going to let the resin go to waste. So I will just keep making things until... Okay. So this is another mold that I got from Amazon. Put it here. And basically it is a bamboo. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's like bamboo. So let's see what we can do. I have some. It's always so hard to decide what you want to use, but I think I'm going to. Oh, I know what I have. Being that this is a review and all, I got these from Amazon as well, and they are Born Pretty nail like holographic and mirror. So why not? Let's see. So this one is, I think this may be the holographic. Let's mix that in with our resin. And we're running out of time. We've been doing this almost at our 20 minutes, so. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to mix some of that in. Not a whole lot. Okay. And we're just going to pour. And this will definitely get rid of the rest of this resin, so that's perfect. It may not even make a whole resin tree, but we shall see. So being that it didn't reach everywhere, I am just going to see if it'll run. Yep, it's running. Oop. Ran right off of ran right off of the page. Not the page, the... Okay, so I am just going to try to move some of this. I don't know why I didn't just pour it in a few of them and let that be it, but some of them, we'll see. Some of them, some of the parts may be just super thin. That's why I'm trying to move some of this over here. Taking some of this and just moving it, because those cavities are full and the bubbles are rising to the surface on the last piece. Okay. Okay, so we shall see how that is going to come out before I take my gloves off. Let me move this one back over. Oop, 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 oop. Oop. Gotta fix that. Okay. Move that one over there and move this one back. And then I have to fix it because this one kind of overflowed a little bit in transport. Okay. And then I'm going to take some alcohol and literally, you can pop bubbles manually as well. Especially when you're working on just a small project and they are, it's not a huge surface. You can just go in that way. Bubble. Okay. So I'll put that there and I'll just spray. Okay. And then we have these little domes. So we will see how everything comes out too. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching my videos. I enjoy making them and even showing my mistakes and the good things that happen. But thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow and we will see how these come out. You just never know. Have a good one. Be blessed. Thanks for watching. Hello, hello, hello. So, this video is a reveal of the projects that I did in part 1 of this video. So, it has been 24 hours and I just woke up from a nap and I could not wait to come into my studio and see what we came up with yesterday. So I'm just going to put on one glove instead of two. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to be extra safe today. And I'm just reusing gloves. That's why I'm having to pop the tips like that, because once I turn them inside out, I can actually use them again as long as there's no resin on them. And this finger, I think, okay. Alright, so hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully you are creating and being kind to others and all of that good stuff. So I have my gloves on now. So I'm going to unveil all of these in the same video. So we'll get started. Now we are going to, let's go ahead and do this one. We're going to unveil this. This was the very last bit of resin that I had, and I just grabbed a mold. So this is not going to be, I don't think it's going to come out well, but it was my first time using this mold, so we shall see. I guess I should have, yeah. It's been 24 hours, so everything is for the most part cured. Oh, okay. Okay, this may have been a waste. Yeah, this was a waste. I didn't I didn't pour deep enough because I didn't have enough resin left. But I'll take the whole thing out so that we can see at least what it looks like. Okay, that was that was a waste, but had I had enough resin in there, it picked up the actual mold pretty good. But it's super thin, super thin. So that was a waste, so that will go in the garbage bag. Nothing I can really do with that. Okay, so next we are going to pop out the little, and let me show you guys, I didn't show you the back. So that's what the tip that I was talking about looks like, the little dome. So we'll go ahead and let's see. Okay, these are good to go. Or actually, before I do that one, let's go ahead and pop out these little round domes. I'm not really too hopeful for these, but okay. They did cure in 24 hours. The rocks are in them. And that got a little bit of resin on the outside. Okay. So, they're okay. I don't like that this is not shiny. I would definitely have to coat these with something. And tip, if you have smaller projects, like something like, you know, these, and I'll put all of them in my hand and zoom in. If you have a small project like this and you want to coat it, you don't necessarily have to use resin. You could use nail polish. Nail polish is clear. It's not going to hurt the resin because the resin is already cleared. So that's a possibility, just to get these little things shiny. They're okay. I really don't have a huge use for something this small, but it was nice to see that I don't have a need for something that small. Sometimes you actually have to do a project to realize, yeah, I really don't need that. I really don't need that size. I don't need that mold. So that was this mold. Okay, so now we'll get to these. So as I showed you, that's the front, and then that's the back. Okay, and these pop out so easy. And normally, depending on what you put in, it does go right to the tip. But that kind of makes it cool because then it's something at the tip and the rest is clear. But normally I do, what's the word? Normally I do color for these, but I wanted to do them without color just to see. Art is really a lot about experimentation, and sometimes things come out amazing, and sometimes you're like, okay, alright, yeah, I tried. So I think the blue one is my favorite thus far. I could have definitely used more beads for the other ones, but so far, not bad. And you see how many I get, and this thing was probably $6 or $7, so not very expensive at all. Okay. And this silicone mold has lasted me for a very long time. Like, I've had it for years. And most of my resin projects, you know, have been pretty small. I coat my tables and my artwork with resin, and then I do, you know, little things like this. I also make trays, and I'll do a video showing you guys how I make my trays. So that's just a little bit of history of my resin journey. So these have a lot of bubbles, but that actually adds to the character. I actually like that they're not completely see-through. So I'm just going to line these up so that I can do a close-up for you. Oh, I like that tinsel. I love the tinsel glitter. Could definitely see doing something more intentional with that. And then this was, oh, I like the turquoise rocks too. All right, let's. Okay, so that is a close-up of all of the triangles. I'll go closer. They came out really pretty, and if I had have used more rocks or beads, they would be more full. But overall, I'm happy with them. And then I can, let's see, bring it closer. Diamond confetti, just at the tip. And then I'll show you one with the, oh, this is the one with the pink rocks. And one with the beads. The beads I'm not too happy with because I should have known better than to not put a lot. But I was trying to be modest, so they are literally just at the very top of the little volcano. So, but overall, I'm happy. Alright, so that was the unveiling. I hope that you enjoyed it. I think I had some that came out really well that I can use for a different project, and then I think that some came out just okay. But that's okay because at least I tried, and I know that I should have done more beads in that. Thanks for watching. Always a pleasure making these videos for you, so I hope that you enjoy them. If you have any comments, leave them below. Subscribe if you like the content. Share if you like the content. And hit the notification bell, because if you don't, you may not know that I've uploaded a new video. And I upload once a week. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Was that Tony the Tiger? Weird. Have a great day. Thanks.